Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley speaks out on Backlash from disliking Julie's hair. Todd Chrisley has officially spoken out on the backlash he received from disliking Julie Chrisley's dark hair after her prison release. Fans were not too happy with Todd after hearing what he thought about his wife's hair. Fans had only ever seen Julie with blonde hair. However, it was dark when she returned from prison, and her husband did not approve. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Julie Chrisley was in prison for 2 years. This means that she could not keep up with her blonde hair while she was locked away. When she was released, fans caught a glimpse of her with her natural brunette appearance. However, her husband was not too fond of the new look. In fact, he was quite rude about it all. "I'm just trying to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I first saw you. When I got out of that car, I started thinking about going back to prison. But then I thought, let me embrace this." While he had never seen her with natural hair, fans did not like that. This is what he had to say about his wife when he first saw her. Julie also thought it was rude and was not too happy. Fans have not been happy about Todd's comment about Julie's hair. He has been receiving a lot of backlash for this. However, he realizes he has been and spoken out on it. "I caught a lot of flack for saying that I didn't like it." He didn't say much more about it. However, fans do not think he regrets what he said, which is disappointing. Julie has been putting Todd in his place more since her return, so she may have chewed him out behind closed doors. It seems as though Todd did not like Julie's natural hair. However, she could not dye it in prison, so there was nothing she could have done about it. Fans did not like that he was rude to her about her appearance after seeing her for the first time in 2 years. Julie even pointed out how it was not nice. However, he realizes that people are not happy about it at all. What do you think about this? Are you shocked he said this? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Todd Chrisley has never been one to bite his tongue, but his latest offhand comment about his wife Julie's hair has spiraled into the kind of backlash only reality TV veterans could understand. What was meant as a playful critique has turned into a full-blown debate online, with fans split between defending Julie's new look and accusing Todd of being unnecessarily harsh. Now, after days of memes, shade, and opinion pieces, Todd is finally breaking his silence. The comment that sparked it all started innocently enough, or so Todd insists. Julie, fresh from the salon, walked into their Nashville living room with a refreshed style. A softer blonde layered cut with subtle waves. Cameras weren't rolling, but in the age of Instagram Live, nothing stays private for long. Todd, perched on the couch with his trademark smirk, didn't hold back. "Well, darling, if Dolly Parton and a feather duster had a baby, this might be it," he quipped. Julie laughed, but the internet did not. A clip of the moment spread across social media faster than you could say, "Chrisley knows best." And within hours, fans were blasting Todd for belittling his wife's appearance. "Julie looks amazing, and Todd's just jealous of her glow," one fan wrote. Another chimed in, "She stood by him through everything, prison, trials, scandals, and he's worried about her hair." Todd defends himself. In a lengthy podcast episode he recorded just days later, Todd decided to address the elephant in the room. First of all, he began in that sharp southern drawl fans either adore or despise. "Let me make it abundantly clear. I love my wife more than I love air. That woman could shave her head bald, and I would still tell her she's the most beautiful thing walking. But you don't watch me for my silence. You watch me because I say what's on my mind." According to Todd, his comment wasn't meant as cruelty, but as humor, something he and Julie have always shared between them. "Julie's been putting up with my mouth for decades," he said. "This isn't new. The only thing new is y'all tuning in like it's the Super Bowl of hair criticism." Julie's reaction. For her part, Julie has remained relatively unbothered, which only fueled more fan outrage. On her Instagram, she posted a serene picture of herself sipping coffee on their back porch with the caption, "It's just hair, y'all. Don't lose your joy over it." Still, some followers weren't satisfied. They wanted Todd to apologize publicly, not just explain himself. When asked if Julie was upset, Todd doubled down. "If Julie's mad at me, I'd be sleeping in the pool house. But guess what? She cooked me supper that night, and we watched TV like we always do. So clearly, she's fine. Maybe y'all need to stop projecting your drama onto my marriage." Fans push back. But fans weren't so quick to let it slide. A wave of commentary accused Todd of showing a pattern of making jokes at Julie's expense. Some even went as far as to say it reflected control and disrespect, pulling up old clips where Todd playfully poked fun at Julie's fashion choices, cooking experiments, or driving skills. One viral TikTok stitched together years of these moments under the caption, "Todd loves Julie, but does he love her enough to stop embarrassing her?" The video racked up millions of views, sparking heated debates in the comments section. Todd's take on the backlash. Todd, however, isn't having it. In his podcast, he took aim at critics. "You know it's disrespectful. People who sit behind keyboards judging a marriage they couldn't maintain for a week. Julie and I have raised kids, we've survived scandals, we've built businesses, and yes, we've gone through trials that would have broken most couples. If the worst thing you can dig up on me is that I didn't like her hairstyle, then honey, I'm doing all right." He added, "Also, let me just point out, half of y'all were saying you hated Julie's old hair 2 months ago, but now suddenly you're her glam squad. Pick a lane." Julie puts her spin on it. Later, Julie joined Todd for a joint Instagram Live, where she seemed amused more than anything. Wearing her new hairstyle proudly, she leaned toward the camera and teased, "Y'all, he doesn't even know the difference between balayage and highlights. I promise you, his opinion is not keeping me up at night." She also addressed fans directly. Todd is Todd. He's always had a sharp tongue, and it's part of what makes him who he is. But if you think for 1 second that I don't know my worth, then you don't know me. The moment seemed to cool tensions among some fans, though others continued to argue Todd owed Julie more respect in public.